Hello, I'm Elena Scott, and you're watching Tire Business NewsPoint, your video source for exclusive tire industry news. Tire business reporter and social media blogger Jennifer Karpus sat down recently to answer 5 questions from our readers on how to use social media.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Karpus, and I got 5 questions in from readers through our email and social media. The first question is, if you could pick just one social media site for business, what would you use and why? I think that the best strategy of what you can do is to kind of play around with a couple of different sites and see what is best working for you. The other thing to think about is kind of what your main objective is for social media. Are you trying to reach your current demographics that are coming into your store? Are you trying to reach new demographics? The sites differ a little bit. For instance, socialeconomics.net did a study from 2010 to 2012 that said for Twitter, nearly half of the people on Twitter are under the age of 34 and only 30% are over the age of 45. And that's going to be different than Facebook that has 30% younger than the age of 34 and 45% are over the age of 45. The other things to think about is Google Plus. People who were raised on Google, use Google products, they're probably going to be on Google Plus. And then the other one to think about is if you're trying to reach a larger female demographic, you might try Pinterest because it's very female dominated there. The second question is, what is the difference between if someone likes my page on Facebook or likes a post or a photo I post? Both are positive and both are things you're trying to do on Facebook. When they like your page, they're liking everything about your page and they're gonna be able to get your updates on their news feed. If they're liking the post, they're just liking the post. But the good thing about people liking your post or your photos is that it can then appear on their news feed and then their friends can see it too. And that's kind of how you bring people to your page. Third question. How am I supposed to fit everything into 140 characters on Twitter? I like Twitter because of the 140 character limit. It gets things straight to the point. If you're having a really busy day and you just want to get all the most relevant information, Twitter, just go to it, you could see it. I follow a lot of technology companies and social media, entire businesses, and I can see what's going on in quick format. Fourth question. What should I be posting onto my social media sites? I think that this is one of my favorite questions that people ask, because I think that people get nervous on social media. They're not sure what to say. I like to think about it. How do you talk to your customers in the store? Do you just say, here's a coupon? Or do you say, hey, how are you doing today? How are things going? Did you watch this show? Did you do this? Or how are the kids doing? You interact with them. And that's kind of what you want to do on social media too. We do a 6-to-1 ratio, which means that we post 6 things that are for or about our customers to 1 thing about us. You really want it for that engagement factor. So you can post, some of our most popular posts are when we do riddles or jokes of the day. People respond to that. If you're having a bad day and you hear a funny joke on Facebook, you're going to laugh. You're going to like it. Last question of the day. How do I keep track of social media trends? There are a few short tips that you can use to follow social media trends. Obviously, big companies, tire manufacturers, the really big dealerships might have full dedicated teams that work on social media. But if you're just a smaller dealership, you might just have 1 or 2 people working. The one thing I want to mention is with Twitter, I do like to follow a lot of the technology companies, a lot of the social media marketing and all of those types of people, because you can get those quick tips that we talked about and you can see it right away. That's going to help. Another thing with Twitter, in the left-hand side is a trending bar, and what that does is tell you what's trending right now. Some popular things are TV shows. For instance, American Horror Story came back the other night. It was huge. People were talking about it all coming in. They were talking about it all the next day. That is something that people are talking about. Do you hear people talking about it in the store? Do you watch it? Do you talk to them about it? You can kind of interact on Twitter the same way you would in the store in that respect. For more tips and information about how to follow people or how to post, who to follow, things like that, check out the October 14th edition of the Social Media blog, which will focus on the who to and how to of social media. This is Jen Karpus with Tire Business.